డల్లస్లో ఇండియన్ అమెరికన్ ఫ్రెండ్షిప్ కౌన్సిల్ సెమినార్ నిర్వహించింది. ఇండియన్ అమెరికన్ కమ్యూనిటీ సహాయార్థం సోషల్ సెక్యూరిటీ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ పేరుతో ఈ కార్యక్రమాన్ని నిర్వహించారు. పబ్లిక్ అఫైర్స్ స్పెషలిస్ట్ అంజీ హోక్వాంగ్ చక్కటి ప్రెజెంటేషన్ ఇచ్చి ఆహుతుల ప్రశ్నలకు సమాధానాలిచ్చారు. మిచిగన్ స్టేట్ రిప్రజెంటేటివ్ పద్మ కుప్ప ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి ముఖ్య అతిథిగా హాజరై ప్రసంగించారు. కార్యక్రమం అనంతరం వక్తలందరినీ పట్టు శాల్వలతో సత్కరించారు. కార్యక్రమాన్ని విజయవంతం చేసిన వారందరికీ ప్రెసిడెంట్ తోటకూర ప్రసాద్ ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేశారు.
In this situation, he is a self-employed person. He does a consultant job. So, for W-2, every time that you receive a paycheck, the employer already take out 7.65% from your amount to pay to the Social Security Fund. At the same time, the employer also pay another 7.65% on your behalf. Now, he's the boss. He's the boss of himself. Why? We have to say the hotel, those things called business expenses. And when you file for tax return, you minus all your business expenses. It leaves you a net.
Padma Kupa is here. She is the state representative from Michigan State. We are going to farm her everywhere. She is also going to learn something about social security. Then she is going to speak.
But, and that will be stopped even after 67.
No.
Oh, at 67 you are free. You are free. Even if you make 200.
To see the specialist, we have to run around through this primary doctor, and unfortunately he passed away waiting for operation because he had to wait for 3 weeks before he can see the other doctor. You cannot afford, you can live with the advantage.
Frankie, between the advantage and supplemental, how much is the price difference?
As he mentioned that now supplementary part B premium is about $135 per month.
So, for example, what plan are you picking? F? No, let's say if he paid 135.50 cents, and he paid another plan $200. So total, he would pay a month 300 something for all his health insurance. Okay, so it's end up the way he has that the supplement will cover the extra money that he is responsible to.
Now it is my distinct honor and special privilege to invite our guest of honor today, Mrs. Padma Kupa. She is representing 41st District of Michigan State. She is a proud Indian heritage. She came to this country from India when she was just 4 years old. She grew up here, and when she went back to get her bachelor's degree from National Institute of Technology in mechanical engineering bachelor degree, then he wanted to come back for her postgraduate, and he came back here. She did her master's. After that, she worked with IT industries, financial industries, as a project manager. Now, her heart is with community. Throughout her life, she always sought to bring people together, either in professional levels or in a community, and she is a good problem solver. Based on that, and a lot of her community service involvements from PTAs, professional, as well as interfaith groups, and she wanted to serve our country. She stood for elections and she won with a grand victory majority, and she is serving now her first term as representative, and she wants to bring a fresh perspective to Michigan State House. We are very honored and thank for her being here today with us to spend some time. I invite Mrs. Padma Kupa, Honorable State Representative of Michigan State.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here in the Lone Star State. I come from the state of the Great Lakes. And I will tell you, they always say I have to put the mic down. So this is Michigan, or at least most of Michigan. And you do this, you can see most of India. So with both my hands I can show where I was born and where my old original home, and then where I've made my home. So actually when Dr. Torkura explained, my parents came here when I was 4 years old, so I didn't have a choice. I just came here. And I went through schooling, and then my parents decided, I was 15, they decided we're going to go back to India. Can you imagine how many of you have had 15-year-olds and moved them when they were 15 years old? So I was not a happy person. But what my mother told me is, America wants scientists, engineers, and doctors. So do one of those things and you can go back to America. I could not stand the sight of blood. Sorry to all the doctors here, I could not stand the sight of blood. I loved math. And so I became an engineer. I went into intermediate. I finished my +2 in Hyderabad. And from there I went to REC Warangal. And again, I needed to see the reality of what I was making. So even though they told me, you know, mechanical engineering is for guys, it's not for girls. I said, no, I need to see what I'm doing. I need to see results. And I need to see. And so I became a mechanical engineer. And so then when I came back to go to graduate school, so in 1988, I came with 2 suitcases and $250. Now, how many of you have children who won, you know, prizes in high school or middle school? I got U.S. savings bonds. We cashed those savings bonds in, and that's what I came back here with. This is in the 80s. So those of you who have children at that age, you know in the 80s you didn't send your daughter without a husband to the United States. So here I was, and I realized once I came here that there's a balance that I need to strike. One of the things I realized is, being from India, India is so diverse. So I went to REC, or what is now known as National Institute of Technology, and it really helped me understand that engaging diversity means that you have to constantly be involved. So fast forward, I got married. My mom and dad are very happy that I did. And so I have a husband who grew up in Hyderabad. He's also an engineer. We have 2 young children. We wanted to start our family in good education and with good jobs. So we wanted good jobs. So we moved to Michigan as engineers. It's the home of the auto industry. And so we moved to southeastern Michigan. We went to a city called Troy. I saw my husband and my friends getting profiled as they were going through the airports. So I got involved in the city. We started a board called the Ethnic Issues Advisory Board. And so from there, I got involved in more city organizations. While I'm still working and raising my children and helping in their schools, I started working on other things in the city. Eventually, I made it to the Planning Commission. Does anyone here know how involved laws are on, you probably try to build a temple or some building? So Planning Commission is what decides how things are built. So I got involved in Planning Commission. My children were graduating high school. One of them was actually graduating college. So in 2017, as I was working, I'd worked at Chrysler, I had worked at Ally Financial. In fact, I even came here in 2015 to Dallas for my job. 2017, as I'm watching the hearings and watched the Congress and the Senate confirm a woman by the name of Betsy DeVos to be the Secretary of Education, I was very disturbed. I said, I think I'm political now. Because I really didn't want her to be confirmed as the Secretary of Education. It bothered me a lot, because how many of us value education? This is what we can give our children that nobody can take away from them. This is the foundation. You teach a man to fish, he's set for life. You give a person an education, they are no longer dependent on all these other social support services. They need some, but really, education is the foundation of what makes us as Asian Americans successful. But during that time, 2017, I decided I am going to do something to bring people together, because I also saw that people were very divided, very polarized about all these things in the political realm. And so I said, I promote pluralism, this understanding of diversity and bringing people together, that going from diversity to inclusion is a very long walk. Diversity is about counting people. How many Indians are there? How many Telugus are there? How many Gujaratis are there? How many, how many people from the Philippines? How many people from Vietnam? That's counting people. But making us feel included, having that sense of belonging, it only happens when we actively engage. Pluralism to me is a verb. So I decided to run to bring that kind of pluralism into the political arena. And so I never knew how to run a campaign. I took campaign training. I learned very quickly that there are two very important concepts. Doors, so be able to knock on doors and ask people what their concerns are and explain to them what you stand for. What are your values? And the second thing I realized is you need to raise a lot of money. So I happen to have 20 years of community service from the schools, the temple, the community organizations, so people knew me. So I was very fortunate. I set up a map of the entire district. There's two cities that I represent, Troy and Clawson. 15% of the voters are in Clawson, 85% of the voters are in Troy. And I said, I will walk that entire district at least twice. In a city with 30% foreign born, I now get to represent these two cities. And I am honored to serve the people of Troy and Clawson in the legislature. I got sworn in January. I had one swearing-in ceremony in the district. And it is the Bhagavad Gita that my father gave me when I turned 18 and I went to college. That was the document that I used to get sworn in on. And then I went and I got sworn in the legislature along with all the other 50-some legislators that got sworn in with me. I signed it there. I used the Michigan Constitution.
Thank you, Bhavendra. Thank you for your time, and we're very happy to see you. And we wish you all the best. And as we say, Indian American Friendship Council is bipartisan. We support both Republicans and Democrats, especially Indian Americans, and who build better relations between India and USA. And best wishes, and also we want to see you in higher and higher positions. You have a lot of we can apply. Thank you. May I request Angie to come here, please? She will be honored by special guest, and also Tayyab Kondawala as well as Rahul. Indian American Friendship Council proudly presented to Honorable Padma Kuppa, Michigan State Representative, Pride of Indian American Community Award for her exemplary leadership and outstanding achievements, presented today at IAFC Seminar on Social Security, Park Plaza Tower, Dallas, Texas. ఈరోజు ఇక్కడ డాలస్లో ఇండియన్ అమెరికన్ ఫ్రెండ్షిప్ కౌన్సిల్ తరపున సోషల్ సెక్యూరిటీ సెమినార్ ఒకటి కండక్ట్ చేయడం జరిగింది. దీనికి ముఖ్య అతిథిగా మన తెలుగు సంతతికి చెందినటువంటి పద్మా కుప్ప గారు మిచిగన్ స్టేట్ రిప్రజెంటేటివ్గా ఇటీవల ఎన్నికైనటువంటి ఒక అద్భుతమైనటువంటి రాజకీయ ప్రమాణాలు సృష్టిస్తున్నటువంటి ఒక వ్యక్తి ఇక్కడ ఉండటం చాలా అదృష్టం. ఆవిడ ఈనాటి మన కార్యక్రమాన్ని ముఖ్య అతిథిగా వచ్చారు. వారిని ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి ఆహ్వానిస్తున్నాం. నాతో పాటు రావు కల్వాల్ గారు, అలాగే వైస్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ రావు కల్వాల్ గారు, అలాగే అనదర్ వైస్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ తయ్యబ్ కొండవాల్ గారు కూడా మాతో ఉన్నారు. వీరి యొక్క పద్మా కుప్ప గారి యొక్క స్పందన తెలియజేద్దాం.
కృతజ్ఞతలు. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్ డాక్టర్ తోటకూర గారు ఫర్ ఇన్వైటింగ్ మీ అండ్ ఫర్ ద ఇండియన్ అమెరికన్ ఫ్రెండ్షిప్ కౌన్సిల్ ఫర్ అరేంజింగ్ దిస్ సెమినార్, వెరీ ఇన్ఫార్మేటివ్ సెమినార్, but also for inviting me to come here and speak and engage with the community. చాలా ముఖ్యం. మన డెమోక్రసీ అనేది engagement with each other. We have to be involved, not just vote but also learn all the issues. Social security గురించి అయినా లేకపోతే ఇంకే విషయం అయినా we need to know what are the issues, and so we should always be plugged in. So this is an honor for me to come and share how my journey has shaped my entry into politics, and this is my first time being in the political arena. Engineer-ga చదువుకొని ఇప్పుడు నేను after 20 years of career, 20 plus years of career and raising a family, here I am in the Michigan State Legislature, because for me the number one thing is విద్యాదానం. మనం ఎవరికైనా ఈ విద్యాదానం ఇస్తే వాళ్ళు సక్సీడ్ అవుతారు, అండ్ సో దట్ ఈస్ వెరీ క్రిటికల్ టు అ సొసైటీ అని నేను రియలైజ్ చేసి నేను నుంచున్నాను, గెలిచాను.
మన తెలుగు సంతతికి చెందిన వ్యక్తి కావడం చాలా చాలా ఆనందంగా ఉన్నది. ఆమె 4 సంవత్సరాల వయసులో అమెరికా దేశం వచ్చి ఇక్కడి నుంచి మళ్ళా ఆవిడ యవన దశలో వరంగల్ వెళ్ళి అక్కడ నేషనల్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఆఫ్ టెక్నాలజీ, అప్పుడు ఆర్ఈసి వరంగల్ అనేవాళ్ళు, దాంట్లో ఆమె బ్యాచులర్ ఆఫ్ ఇంజనీరింగ్లో మెకానికల్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ చేసి అక్కడ గ్రాడ్యుయేట్ అయిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ ఈ దేశం వచ్చి ఇక్కడ మళ్ళీ గ్రాడ్యుయేట్ చేసి ఆమె వృత్తిపరంగా చాలా ఉన్నత పదవులు అధిరోహించినప్పటికీ ఆమె మనసంతా కూడా ప్రజాసేవ మీద, ఏ విధంగా మన కమ్యూనిటీని మనం బాగు చేసుకోగలము, మన అమెరికన్ జనజీవన స్రవంతిలో మమేకమవుతూ ఏ విధమైనటువంటి సమస్యలను మనం ప్రజల సమస్యల్ని ప్రభుత్వం దృష్టికి తీసుకువెళ్ళాలి అనేటి ఒక ఆలోచనతో మొట్టమొదటిసారిగా ఆమె రాజకీయ రంగంలో దిగి మిచిగన్ రాష్ట్రానికి ఇప్పుడు అక్కడ కాంగ్రెస్ మెంబర్గా ఎన్నికవడం అనేది చాలా చాలా సంతోషించవలసిన విషయం. ఆమె మరిన్ని ఉన్నత విజయాల్ని సాధిస్తారని మనం అందరూ ఆశిద్దాం.
ఈరోజు ఇక్కడ పద్మ కుప్పం గారు వారు ఐఏఎఫ్సి నిర్వహించిన సోషల్ సెక్యూరిటీ సెమినార్లో మాట్లాడడము తెలుగు వారందరికీ ఎంతో గర్వకారణము. డాలస్లో ఇక్కడ ఎన్ఆర్ఐస్ కూడా తను ఫస్ట్ టైం కమ్యూనిటీ ఇంటరాక్షన్ వల్ల తన బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ తెలుసుకొని ఈరోజు ఈ సెమినార్కి వచ్చిన వాళ్ళంతా తను హర్షధ్వనులతో తనను కంగ్రాచులేషన్ చెప్పారు. అట్లాగే ముందు తను పొలిటికల్ కెరియర్లో స్టేట్లో కాకుండా సెంటర్లో కూడా పార్టిసిపేట్ చేస్తారని ఆశిస్తున్నాము.
Thank you on behalf of Indian American Friendship Council. We are glad to have Padmaji here today, and she is an inspiration to the community, and she is doing wonderful job, and we like to see her in the higher post very soon. Thank you, and thank you for attending this seminar here today, organized by Indian American Friendship Council.